kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. He might want another play. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get down to the 36. Last season, Kevin Jennings took over as the SMU quarterback, and they went 11-1 before stumbling in the ACC championship game and in the college football playoff. What does he need to focus on in terms of improvement?
Just avoiding the turnovers, Reese. If Kevin Jennings does that, then this offense is virtually unstoppable because of his ability to extend plays and create his accuracy thrown vertically down the field. SMU has everything they need. Brett Lashley is going to have a lot of fun calling plays. If this guy takes that next step, watch out. This is a team vying for the college football playoff.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. The short hands. It's Knight. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25.
Calling easy for an offensive coordinator, run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
That's caught. It's out. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Fires downfield. Catch in the middle. It's Tatum. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot, the transfer portal. He's bringing a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him. So a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they'll match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. Fires to the right. He's got it. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot. And that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. Makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Going for 6. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Fit it in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw. It's Jennings. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Lost to fire on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Maryland. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Rides to back on the option again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Mustangs want to pick up the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw again. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on 3rd down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time and obviously executed well.
Looking to throw on 1st down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Jennings. He's got him this time. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Mustangs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. A design for the quarterback. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Mustangs will hustle to the line.
Really good job running the ball, getting that 1st down. Now here comes the tempo.
To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll give it to Johnson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
He had this drive going, but they face a 2nd and 15. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Quickly complete. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
And the Mustangs trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
Well, and you see a sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Motion from the wideout. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Touchdown, SMU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
That is so underrated. The relationship between the QB and the wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he added the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Arkansas delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Fayetteville. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. With the catch, it's Ott. At the 35, he's got more. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Buys a little time. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
It'll be third and long. They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown Sooner.
And I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking to scramble. Takes a shot as he lets it go. He's got it on the right side. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Motion from the wide receiver. To throw, it's Jennings. Got a man, it's Merrill. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive gain for my offense.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Spits it out to the back. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. throw on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
The Sooners, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the air, it's Mateer. The quick out. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Leaves it with the back. Finding open areas. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for space. It's Tatum. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On the move. And he walks in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Steps away. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He's got it on the sideline. And he's circling the crowd and hit. Touchdown, Mustang.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, Dave, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
this drive, going to the air. Looking left. Makes a connection. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to buy time. He's going to take off. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Now on the move. Shakes off the defender. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Line getting set on second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Fires downfield. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will pitch it.
Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Who knows, maybe being on the right hash will help him from 55 yards out. He can just take a big swing. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's nice. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Scanning the field, it's Jennings. Makes the grab, it's Knight. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. And it's caught. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. SMU. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And that was great execution on that
first down and more. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Mustangs will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. It's working, might change it, and that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling the coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Give to the back. Drives into the pile just to pick up a one. They'll spot it at the 10.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Rushes on him. At the 20, he's got space. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Unloads it left. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. Man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Incompletion, back to the passing game. With the catch, it's Burks. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this.
He'll take a deep shot here. While the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Makes the catch. It's Tatum. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
To the air on first down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Wants to keep it in the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't we try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
It's third down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. Looks as if he's running. That's a fumble on the play. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A fourth down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big fourth down conversion here in the third quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Looking to take a shot. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown Sooners!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Missouri was able to finish off a close one in Columbia. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
How about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Looking to throw on 1st down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass, it's Jennings. This time he's got it. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man coverage, and they've got some zone beaters as well. Just saw one there on the crossing route.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. That's good. It's nice. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Quarterback on the move, still working. Makes the catch on the right side. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
has to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Knight. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Going right and going deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it out. It's Ott. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll try the run. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Back to throw. It's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Wants to go up top on first down. Steps away to find some room. On the run deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Crosses the 45. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Buying some time. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And he makes the catch inside the 25.
One of the things I love about this guy is he's so hard on himself. Did a lot of good things last week, but he also threw one interception. He said that just ate away at him all week long. Coming into this game, he wanted to play perfect. No picks so far today. He's doing just that.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Mateer. On the run, still looking. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They finally get a hold of
job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
The Sooners will try to punch it in on first and goal. Trying to pound their way in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have the nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line finding creases.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. This is a design run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And the extra is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much in the defense. QB runs in for 6.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hudson. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive.
Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. The Mustangs want to crank the tempo.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Looking for a man. It's Jennings. It's complete to the right. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the toe. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They just keep firing. Grab near the marker. It's Merrill. They get him down with this offensive setup. First and goal from the 9. set up to throw. Quick completion on the out route. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up 3rd down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Quarterback extends the play. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense got it. They're on the run. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. The 10. Touchdown Sooners. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Clemson is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 28 over Texas Tech. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Got out of trouble and throws. That's real man, it's Knight.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Caught near the sticks. It's Knight. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you see
It's my QB, man. He missing too much.
Coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense.
Oh, the what?
They got to get a stop. And if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Brings it to the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Yeah, and they've had a day. And it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
They're going to ride this running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15.
GG, Brad. GG.